In this episode, we fully build out the console, taking it step by step, so you'll see exactly the decisions I made and what we ended up with. So let's get to it. Alright, let's cut some wood. We're going to take it slow. We're going to cut the pieces we need. So this is going to be our port side panel. 17 tall, 10.5 wide, because again, that's the biggest width I have. We're going to wait on this guy. And I think we can cut the seat back without the notch right now. 22. Top 22. Face 22. We're just going to take it slow. This is the critical piece. And I got to get that bottom angle because the boat slopes down. Alright, we're going 17. Alright, I said we're going to take it slow. 17 just looks too shallow. I just went and looked at the boat. And the boat dips in the middle. So we're going to go 19. And plan to lose some of that in there. We are going to have an angle. So we're going to go 19. And I'll take it down later. Port side, gonna be notched. I'm gonna take 22 out of this one. Hoping it's our backrest. We'll probably have to rip it. Port. Upright. I'll sand this, so this is going to go away. So port upright. Seat back. Call this top. And then really the only other piece I have is this guy. And it is just long enough. So this will be the face, and we will definitely have to rip this down. Alright, so we know it's going to be 22 from this outside edge. And so what I'm trying to do is pick up this slope. So that's 7/8. Alright, so 22 on the outside is right here. So if we were to sit upright right here, you can see that we have a gap. So digital, I'm going to zero it there. Very rainy today in Florida. Alright, so roughly that measurement is going to be our slope cut, and it's actually going to be a little bit more. So I'm going to have to trim this up like this. That's what we're doing. So it's about 80 degrees. You may not be able to see that line, but that's what I need to take off of that at this angle to be able to pick up the slope of the floor. We're just going to eyeball it. I mean, because honestly the boat is not perfect either. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. And that's perfect. Look at that. Our notch is gonna go right here. And again, we want the seat back at a slope. So that's roughly 90 degrees. So 108, we could call it 110. But essentially, if we want to mimic the front seat, that's the slope we're gonna need on here. That's where our seat would start. And our seat back is a hair over 7/8. So what we've got to do is really clearly mark. So we want to pick up this slope. It's going to take a lot of material off. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go, you're going to sit a little straighter in the front. And then we need to square it from there. We want the wood to sit down in there. So if this is our cut line, then we have to cut at a right angle here. So by doing this, it allows this board to sit in here like this. All right, so we're gonna cut through here, and I'm gonna do most of it with a circular saw. We're not quite there. Got a little bit of a slope that ends right here. Starts right here. So I think we need to come through here one more time. I'm gonna step too far, but we can fix that. That's much better. Tiny bit of sanding on that corner. We'll be good to go. All right, so next we gotta do that angle right there. That's a job for the table saw. All right, so now thinking about our face, and I'm just gonna eyeball this. So I'm gonna draw this and then take a look at it. So this would put the face at that kind of slope. So essentially this is going to be mounted right behind here. So now thinking about our face, and I'm just going to eyeball this. And so, you know, we're upright. So I'm going to draw this and then take a look at it. We're gonna have a piece of the right side, the starboard side, that overhangs that rail. So the console sits above the rail, it'll overhang that rail. We're gonna do it on the miter saw just by sort of eyeballing the corners and picking it up. Alright, so again, this is the port side. On the starboard side, we're going to overhang that rail as drawn here. We don't know the depth yet, but basically it's probably going to be somewhere through here. So I'm not going to attach this, but I have the filler piece. So the rail's going to pick up somewhere over here, but I may dry fit it and basically scribe it on the boat to make it easy and real tight. Alright, so we are going to take the back seat and we're going to get this angle cut so we can put the top straight across here. And so in this example, I'm going to cut through the black line. My saw blade is the width of that Sharpie mark. So we're going to cut through the black line and we should have a nice consistent slope. I think this is pretty good. So we're going to glue this together. So we'll sand once we get it together. Little edge there, little edge here. But I think we're going to be good. So we're going to attach this with brad nails and glue, galvanized of course. The front face I'm going to make removable, but this one I'm not. So now we're going to get this little angle on the table saw, take that out, and then it will meet our top angle we've got on the console. Alright, so we are going to try to figure out the measurement for this recess right here. Alright, so essentially we're going to overlap this rail. So I've got a line now, and then we're going to have to notch right here, and this will pull over this rail. So that is that. So this piece will sit right in here. Alright, so front seat back. This is going to sit on top of the existing rail. We're going to notch right here once this is glued and dried. And we're going to follow this angle. So let's let this glue set up. and we'll do that next step. All right, so we're gonna cut our notch so we know it's this width. Just being honest, that was not my best work. Nothing we can't sand, though. Nothing we can't sand. I think we look pretty good. All right, so we're gonna attach the face of the console with screws because I need something to be removable. I gotta put the steering column still in, so I don't think I want to permanently mount it. Top on. Okay, so I'm at least gonna pick up this angle right here. I might leave an overhang, I might not. We'll do that in a second. Oh, I think we're good. Do I leave an overhang? Not nearly that much. Or do I not? I got scraps, so let's just make a cut and see how we do. All right, I decided to do the flat slope. We're a little out of square, so we're gonna apply some glue, tack it, and then square it up. So we're not gluing this edge because that is gonna be removable. the next episode, it all starts to come together. We put in steering, we put in electronics, and we put it back in the water. Stay tuned.